Aries, hey there babies, Melissa here to do your weekly love reading. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's not going to resonate for all Aries. Wow, hot mess coming through. If it does resonate for you, I'd love a like and a subscribe from you. If you already are subscribed, thank you so much. Anything you need to know about me, you can find in the About section. Anything you need to know about leaving the channel a donation, you can find in the description box below. Oh, so much madness is going on over here. I can't even stand it. Let's get at your wow. Like madness, I meant magic. This is a love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, and then a potential outcome as well as an overall energy. Anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between. Let's get at your love life, sweet peas. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. The energy you're bringing to the connection you have in mind is the Nine of Wands. The energy the person you have in mind brings is the Judgment card. The potential outcome is the Knight of Wands. Where are we? What's going on? We on a little break from these people? And now some cycles coming into your power. Two queens. Might have some options. We do have, you know, marriage and the happily ever after, abundance in all areas of your life coming after some healing from whatever has you feeling left out in the cold. The whole energy of the whole connection that you have in mind is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is, as they say, feeling left out in the cold. Really, it's just about being forgotten is kind of what it is. Forgotten, and it's about coming into a space, as far as I'm concerned, it's about coming into a space where, you know, the only person who has an obligation to remember us, we know, is us. So the only person that can really take us out of the cold is ourselves, okay? When it's the overarching energy of a love connection, I feel like the connection might be being left out in the cold, however. So there is a connection there. We even maybe truly deeply love each other, but for some reason we're not doing anything about it, and I'll get to more on that. You have the Nine of Wands, which is the wounded warrior. It's about having gone through a lot and seen a lot, done a lot, and really in this kind of, I think, a space where there's this one final push. So maybe, you know, before you come into this connection, you do have, maybe this is self-love you've been battling, or whatever it is, just healing up wounds from past loves and past traumas. And it's about the Nine of Wands is we're like one more push, one final push before the end of that cycle. And a lot of times the Ten of Wands, which would come after the Nine of Wands, is kind of the cycle end of this. And it's been meaning to me really letting down the weight of the world. So in this particular case, it's about really not caring what all those wands are seeing or thinking about you, and doing whatever it is that you do. Make decisions based on what truly feeds your soul, not what others are telling you you should do, or, you know, this is what somebody just like you would normally do. It's just so, we're just such a controlling species, and it's time to put that to a halt. Because everybody should be living for themselves in that way. You know, if everybody were to live for themselves, we'd all have so much to offer each other, but you need to feed yourself first. People are out there in this wounded warrior trying to help others. Well, I'm like, well, you know, if you're not even healed yet, you're out here trying to heal other people, you're actually adding to their pain. You know, there's self-love coaches out here that are literally wounding people because their ego is still so bruised from something that happened to them. So it's important in this lifetime, you know, that people really start to get, A, that it's not selfish to feed yourself, B, that the only way you should ever start helping others feed themselves is if you've been fully fed. What a weird analogy. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't even know where all this is coming from. So whoever this is for, we've got the Judgment card. Your person's going through an awakening of sorts. I feel like this is just an awakening. I feel like this is them really understanding that we all do have a calling, and they're answering to that call at this time. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's you and them together. Maybe it's not you, because maybe that's what's leaving this connection out in the cold, is that they're answering their calling here on Earth. Likely, if this is your person, the path will be walked together, but maybe you're in the middle of trying to get really settled in with the fact that, you know, somebody who's gone through this awakening really understands that they need to feed themselves first. And maybe you're in a space where you are still trying to do the things that we've been conditioned to do. And that might, you know, somebody who's, I take it from me, somebody who's been awakened, it's hard to really, it's not that we don't love everybody, it's just that it's really hard to tolerate somebody who hasn't been awakened to all of the deceit that goes on in this world. Action. It looks like there's going to be a lot of action in this connection. And passion, for sure. Let's get more. I mean, I want to see if there's love here, because the overarching energy being the Five of Pentacles, it doesn't mean there's no love here. It means that there's no love being expressed at this time, okay? It's like, and again, I'm not trying to say anybody, you know, everybody's as awake as they're supposed to be, but when you do see things as they are, and it's not like anybody's better than the others. Somebody who does see things as they are, they've just been awakened. It's literally you know, you don't ask for it. The Creator just opens your eyes for you, and that's coming for you, you know, coming to this cycle end. And it really is about understanding that you must come first. That is, you know, part of the awakening process is that just understanding that you can't feed anyone else with an empty cup. You can't fill in anybody else's cup up with yours fully empty, okay? That's just weird. It's not even coming out right, but I know what I mean. Do you? Look at. I'm taking these cards for your energy because they came out like aggressively. 2 kings. Well, we got 2 queens under there. I do feel like you are going through this awakening. I feel like you are as well. I feel like they've awakened is what I'm getting right now, and you're going through this awakening off to your paradise. Your paradise means realizing that, again, feeding yourself first is the only way to live a happy life. And I feel like that's going to allow you to really feed your own passions and bring you into this place of totally stable. You've got the 9 of Wands, the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords. The Knight of Wands wanted to pop out again. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Leo or a Scorpio or any fire sign or any earth sign. So again, I'm feeling like you have this final push to realize that the only way to truly feed your own passions and live in your own stability and really come into a place where you are the ruler of your world and fulfilling your own. You have the 2 most, I mean, entrepreneurial, I can never say that word, kings in the deck. So it looks like, you know, once you realize that working for the man is what I like to say is no longer going to suffice for us. It's about really coming to a space where feeding yourself first, because we've been burned in our brains to feed everyone else before us. And, you know, the airlines had it right. Your air mask first. If you can't breathe, you can't help nobody else, okay? So always put your own air mask on first. Wow, what a weird analogy. But again, I feel like you are coming into a space after you get to this, putting your own air mask on first, that is going to bring you off into this extreme abundance. It's like the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. You're going to be passionate about life in general, but about, you know, you're going to feel called, and you're going to be able to answer those calls now, because you won't let your worries about what other people are going to think of you dictate the decisions that you make or the actions that you take. So, and that's the only way to live a truly successful life. So this is where when we've been taught to really care what other people think, it's actually just been a muzzle that we've had put on us. And it's about, well, if we say that, that's going to offend blah, blah, blah. If we do that, that's going to, and so whatever thoughts are coming through us, we're suppressing them all. And we're really not living in our own purpose because of that, right? We've been literally trained, like subliminally trained to not live in our purpose. I'm so sorry. What a weird, dramatic, I love you guys. I love you guys. And it's like, this is all that comes through. This is why I didn't do readings yesterday. So, I must have like just a very profound, I'm like a bunch of very spiritually gifted people that watch my, you know, it's wonderful. We're all very spiritually gifted, but it is coming into a space of understanding that the only way to truly awaken those gifts is to not care what people think of us. If we sit here and care what people think of us, none of our gifts will be able to come out, because none of them are practical, none of them are logical, none of them, they're all spiritual. So they're going to go against what we've known, what we've learned, and what we've taught each other. And you know, again, there will always, if they're being downloaded from the Creator, they will always come from a loving space. They will always you know, give to the world, not take from it. So all right. Your person's checking up on you, and they're ending out a cycle. They're at the 10 of Wands, where, you know, and this awakening, this is what it is. I can't get over this feeling of this 10 of Wands just being letting down the burdens, the weight of the world. You know, it's so relieving to just go, I don't give a fuck. Sorry. This is like, that is where we need to be. And once we truly don't, this is the only time we're, you know, we're I can't explain this. This message is trying to come through, and it's really lost, is what it is. We gotta let down our desire to be accepted by others in order to truly live in our authenticity, okay? The Four of Cups is, I feel like you might be, or your person might be, I'm sorry, your person might be kind of rejecting the situation at this time, which is why, again, as they go through this awakening, it's important that they do. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Lover's card does feel like a strong connection. I think the left out in the cold is I don't know that either of you are even sitting there feeling down about it. I just feel like what the whole reading is saying is that while you guys are awakening your own, this is going to be beautiful. Maybe you do or don't know each other. I feel like this is somebody from your past. I don't, because I keep saying that, right? For some people, this could be somebody brand new coming in. That maybe you meet online, actually, with that Page of Swords there. But I'm just going to say to you right now that it is about, and you're both coming into this space of really understanding your own power, your own worth, your own magic, and that the one thing that makes us each just as powerful as the other is our authentic truth. It's just the way, you know, God puts, it's not like a puts, okay? Our highlighter automatically illuminates as we come into our authenticity, okay? It's like the more authentic we are, the more people can't get enough of us. Does not matter how small or big that is. People are attracted to that true, authentic you because you're illuminated. It's you can't see it. It's like an aura. It's like an energy. It's like a feeling. And so you're both coming into this illumination of your own. And I won't be surprised as the sunshine shows up in your outcome here. We're going to get clarifiers right now. We got the Seven of Pentacles. So I do really feel like this has been a situation we've invested into. The sunshine did not show up. Wow, look at all that. The strength card did, Leo. Oh, babies. What the hell? So much power. So many major arcanas here in the outcome, but 3 of them. But not the ones you really want to see. Spiritual strength. It's really about coming to the end of these cycles, and you both need to do that before you can come together. I think this is stating, you know, that there's some things going on in both your worlds that you're fighting your own demons. I like to say it is real. We're if you can picture it like this, actually, if you can picture it like the Knight of Wands. This is our ego, the horses, and this is our spirit trying to tame that that ego of ours. And this whole outcome is just that. It's really trying to come into this spiritual strength. This strength card is spiritual strength. It can be physical strength too. But in the most important part is it's about spiritual strength and about coming to a space where we really get that, you know, our spiritual strength relies on us really, really fighting any temptations that our ego tries to. Our ego is literally set here to try to avert us from living our best life, okay? So it's about the temptations the ego offers seem fun and exciting, and like even popular, like we're gonna get more friends, we're gonna have more of this. It's all empty. So whatever the ego offers is it's an empty gift. It's a box with nothing in it. And whatever you get from the spirit is full of substance and weird analogies, weird stuff coming through for you guys. I really, whoever I'm reading for is in a space of really coming into this place where your spirit is taming the F out of the egotistical beast that we've all been provided. My ego was a beast. I mean, I've always had a strong spirit as well, but my ego, you have no idea how hard it's been to fight my ego, especially in this, when I've had a lot of haters in this business so far. And oh my goodness, my ego I've been literally sitting in bed with like my own arm holding my other arm down. Like, nope, you're not going for this one. Like, you don't get to anymore. We need to build the spirit up. And if you keep feeding the ego will win. So whatever it is, if you want to live an egotistical life, that's great. That might fulfill some people. But if you want a life that's truly fulfilling, that you never come to the end of the night going, oh, where's everybody at? I miss everybody. Where we're not relying on other people and other people's attention to make us feel okay and valid. That's this space of spiritual strength, and it's about really fighting our ego all the way up until this spirit comes through. And then we live a truly fulfilled life where we need nobody, but then everybody wants us. It's the weirdest thing. Anyways, that's what I'm getting here. I don't know if that's what the cards say at all, Aries. I'm so sorry. I love you so much. It does feel like this, whatever connection you have in mind, is a strong connection. And maybe this isn't even in your forefront. Maybe you have nobody in mind. Maybe you're just watching this reading. But what it's looking like, love is on the back burner right now, and as well it should be. I think that we should all really come into our true authentic self for several reasons. One If we are truly in our authentic skin, our counterpart will recognize us. Our counterpart will not recognize us if we're imitating something else, being something else, you know. And it's not like we're purposely imitating other things. It's about what we've been conditioned to do. You're supposed to do that. You need to do that. You know, look like that, wear that, act like this. School taught us all that, okay? Trust. It's like, oh my God, I can't. I'm going to stop there. You have a strong connection with your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. Amen. That's the most important part about this whole reading, is that you have all the answers within you that pertain to your purpose here on earth. And it's important that you listen to that voice over mine, over anybody else's, and make sure that it's coming from your spirit, not your ego. Your ego will try to avert you from your purpose here on earth. I love you so much, and I will see you next week. Mwah.